Hello and welcome to Speed and Power Gaming. So today we're going to take a little bit of a step back here and we're going to talk about how not to drive in the snow. You see, if you're driving in the snow, don't panic. Don't panic stomp the brakes, because all it's going to do is lock your wheels up. And what happens when your wheels lock? Can anybody remember how to drift? There you go. So when the wheels lock, it essentially loses any kind of direction. So when the wheels lock and completely lose grip, it's kind of very unpredictable what the vehicle's actually going to do. Now granted, in a lot of snowy areas you're going to see a lot of trucks, a lot of all-wheel drive cars, and it's not going to be as bad. But for the people that have the two-wheel drive cars that have to daily the drift car during the winter time for some unknown reason, it can be sketchy, and it can be sketchy in a lot of different ways. But mainly, what you're not wanting to do is touch your brakes. See, snow driving is for the brave, and I say that because if you start to lose grip and you let up off the gas, you don't touch the brake, and you just sort of steer your way around, you will be okay. But if you turn like that and it doesn't want to do it, then you just sort of tap it. See, now you might not have enough grip to go from here to there, but you might have enough grip to go to that. So now granted, if the roads are really this bad, stay home. But this is exactly what's going to happen as soon as you hit the brakes, say on a little bit of an icy road. Like you're going to slide. You're going to slide, and depending on the road condition will depend, and your tires will depend on how far you slide. Now let's say for those living out in the country. Now most of us living out in the country, it's pretty well known how to drive out this way. You gotta have a good understanding of Jesus before you drive out this way on bad roads, because the minute that you see a deer and lock up the brakes, that's it. You're done. And that's not even for the faint of heart either, because most of the time, see, just like that, I touched the brakes, and now I'm on my side. Sometimes you're on the road looking up at the scenery, and sometimes you're in the scenery looking at the road. Alright, so let's hitting slick, and that is brutal. You would have to work that home. Like you would have to well, you would be screwed. That tire would be done. Let's try it anyway, eh? Let's give it a shot. Really high up, and we're not being gentle. Well, I guess that's what happens. So, is it just a windy road? Now granted, this is exactly what not to do in the snow. So, do not follow my advice. I mean, granted, if you know yourself well enough, then, have a little bit of fun. But see right there where the wheels wouldn't turn the truck, you had to bring the rear end around somehow. And that's when being able to use the emergency brake to lock up the rear wheels can come in very good handy. So let's get up to a little bit of a too fast of a rate and have a corner catch up on us. Let's see this, because it's very reasonable for this to happen. We're doing 30, almost 40. Uh-oh. See? Boom. Now that just went from being a front end collision to you're now driving home. Oops, you know what? Now that has a story. But, cliff. See, this is, when I say knowing how to drift is really just knowing how to defensive drive. I truly mean it. And sometimes being a two-wheel drive can actually work out better than being in four-wheel drive. So, depending on your driving style, keep that in mind. Some driving style, they need to be able to, the person needs to be able to, bring the rear end around and not have the front end trying to catch grip the entire time. Because like that is harmless. What we just did into the bridge is not. Now this is on a completely stock truck. The diffs are not locked. It doesn't even have a posi track in it. This is open diff, street tires, no weight in the back. Obviously somebody doesn't like salt on the roads. Thanks for watching. It's been a lot of fun crashing into stuff and going slippity slipity and wee. But yeah, so I think we're going to end the episode right there. I really appreciate every one of my subscribers who watches and likes my videos and leaves comments. I really want to thank you guys because it is a huge motivator. So thank you and have a wonderful day.